Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about my Da Vinci watercolors that I picked up for Black Friday as a treat for myself. As you see, we've got them all laid out here. I'm going to pour them in half pans and I will talk a little bit about Da Vinci and the colors as I go ahead and get them ready for my next new palette. If you like this sort of content and you like new paint and talking about brands, companies, and of that sort of thing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Consider giving the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what kind of paint brands or art supply companies you'd like to see in a future video and hear me talk about a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started about Da Vinci. Now, these are their watercolors. They do focus a lot on other paints. They have oil colors, which I'm actually very interested in. If I didn't grab these watercolors, I probably would have grabbed some oil colors from them, but I wanted to grab the watercolors first for a particular reason. But let's start with the first color here with my favorite yellow, Hansa Yellow Light P-White 3, also known as lemon yellow quite frequently. Let's see how we open the what happens when we open the tube. Does it shoot up or does it stay nice? It stays nice. All right. I like it. Oh, we got a loud playing right at the start. Not very nice. And I'm making a mess because I haven't filled a half pan in a hot minute. That's a beautiful pour. Tap that down. There we go. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful paint. I hope they're all like this. You know what? We'll go ahead and grab the box that they came in. I didn't grab my storage container for them off the shelf yet because I'm a lazy bum. Another plane. Goodness, it's hopping today apparently. I guess all that holiday travel, right? Next color is Hansa Yellow Deep PY65. As I've mentioned before, I believe this is the color for street markings and I believe school buses, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look that up and confirm that, but I think I'm right. It's a fun color. Ooh, that one came up a little bit. There we go. Love this color. I don't use it nearly as much as the Hansa Yellow Light, but I still love it when I need to warm up yellow or if I need to start leaning into orange. Now, Da Vinci is a great US company out of California. This is Da Vinci Orange Red Shade PO73. They are located out of California. Got a little messy. And they have been making paint in their family for, I believe, over 100 years out of Italy, I want to say. They're a family-run company, grandfather to father, this son, I believe. And their father actually was a designer of one of the permanent alizarin crimson, because the traditional alizarin crimson that the fine artists used, that we'll actually be getting to the permanent alizarin crimson in a moment. This is Da Vinci Red PR254 or a Pyrrole Red. The traditional alizarin crimson that like Bob Ross used and other artists used is actually fugitive. Another plane, goodness, so busy today. Is fugitive in that it is not light fast at all. It will change color and when exposed to sun. It's just not a color you want to be working with at all possible. It's fine for like student grade paint if you're just practicing and have no intention to hang it up or to sell it, but using it with any intention of wanting to display it is it's gonna morph and change color. So they actually designed a permanent alizarin crimson, which actually I have here, and it's based off of a PV19, a watercolor. Goodness, I hope that's not picking up on my microphone. That is like how many planes now? But yeah, they designed permanent alizarin. It's based off of a quinacridone. And I just really like when a company works really hard to produce. Ooh. Mess. See if I can. Oh, get out. Yeah, I'm making a mess. Like I said, if you work with paint, always be expected to make a mess. What happens with paint? Now, the others have been fairly smooth in their consistency, but this one's been a little bit more tacky. I wish I had grabbed a toothpick, kind of work that down, so we'll just tap it down. And maybe just grab like a little piece paper towel to kind of move that down, get it into the cracks. There we go. There we go. But yeah, they designed a PV19 permanent alizarin quinacridone, which is super amazing. Next up, we have ultramarine violet PV15. This is another one of those colors where technically you don't need a purple, like you don't need an orange, you can mix it yourself. But given the sale that they were having at 60% off, give or take, I just really wanted to embrace the sale and try as many colors as I could. So I grabbed some fun colors that it might not quote unquote need, but wanted. Go. Next up is the classic ultramarine blue PB29. These are opening up really nice, and I'm really happy with that. Sometimes you get a tube of paint, you just get a super messy opening. There we go. Goodness, I'm going to have Da Vinci watercolors for a long time with these giant tubes. And then we've got phthalo blue, which I believe is green shade, if I'm not mistaken, and it is a PB15. That one's got a little bit of mess in the cap, but that's okay. Not too bad. There we go. Just like that, we're halfway done. I can get this cap on. There we go. But yeah, as I was saying, they're out of California. They family owned. They came up with the permanent alizarin crimson, and just really they're committed to great colors, and they have more than just watercolor and oil paint, and they work with artists in curating palettes and colors with them, which is amazing. In fact, that's one of the reasons I even know they exist as a paint company. This is Cobalt. This is Cobalt Turquoise. This is PB36. And that's one of the reasons I even know they exist as a company, is because they worked with Denise Soden, formerly in Liquid Color. It's messy. I blame the pigment, not the paint. I love that color. Next up is Phthalo Green. This is the blue shade. It is PG7. There we go. But they worked with Denise. And in fact, as the day I'm recording this, not the day I'm releasing this, they actually just did another new palette and some new colors with her. Originally she had a wildlife, earth-friendly palette that she had done with them. This is Phthalo Green Yellow shade, or PG36. She had made I believe it was a 24 set color, and it had her custom colored Denise's green on it. Now, of course, I really wanted that palette, but it wasn't part of their sale, so I ended up opting for my own colors instead. It was a better deal for me. But I did pick up Denise's green here, which is a mix of PY129, which is Azo yellow, and PB60, which is Indian Throne blue. So I at least got Denise's green for my palette, at least. But like I said, as of the recording of this video, she's got some new colors out and a new palette out on their website, which I am very excited. I want to go take a look at it. And maybe if their sale is still going on, I would like to take a look and see if maybe I can add a few more colors to my palette here myself. Pat this one down a little bit. Next up, we have Yellow Ochre, which is PY43. Getting into those earth colors, which I can't live without. Ooh, making a little bit of mess. But yeah, I'm super excited. She is collaborating with them once again. That is just, it's amazing. And they do other artists. I've seen some for other watercolors. I've seen some for the oil paints. And I'm actually excited. I want to go see some of their work as well. Since the other artists are new to me, and I'm not familiar with their work. I like how I did the half pans one way this way, and then I did them this way for this. I don't know why my brain did it that way, but it did. Next up, we have Burnt Sienna at PBR 7. These are all the classic earth shades. There we go. Here, we'll turn these so they match. There we go. 2 left to go. We've got Burnt Umber, which is also PBR 7 as well. Ooh. That is some thick burnt umber. There we go. And last but not least, we have Neutral Tint, which is a mix of PBK 6, PB15, and I believe it's PV19. It's slightly covered up here on the label, but I believe it's PV19. But I love Neutral Tints. I use it in place of black. I obviously tint things with it. Just one of my go-to mixes to have on my palette. I'm always excited to try different brands, neutral tints, to see how they stack up with each other. And there we have it, my new Da Vinci palette, which contains 16 colors. So I still have a little room in here. This holds 26 half pans. It's funny, I always used to think it held 24, but it actually holds 26, and you can technically put a few more in the middle here. You can actually fit a few more, so this baby holds a lot, actually. Let's go ahead and, since these aren't too goopy, let's go ahead and slide them inside. I want the name, I think, to go inside. There we go. Here we go. Oh, that's looking beautiful already. I want to go this way. Okay, so maybe that one's not as pretty, but I tried. I'll get a toothpick here in a minute and I'll flatten those out. And it'll be fine. And I'll go ahead and leave a little bit of room on each side. So that way there's, I'm gonna do this. I'll go ahead and leave a little bit of room on each side. That way if I add colors, I've got room. And all in all, I'm very excited to try out this brand. I've had my eye on it now for a very long time. Especially this Denise's green here. I'm a huge fan of sap green, and it is a replacement for sap green. But I'm going to let this palette dry out for a little while. In fact, by the time this video goes up, it should be dried out, and I should be able to try it. This whole end of the month of December, I'm probably going to be unable to really do art because my child's going to be home from school, and she is quite the handful, and it's hard to do. Oh no, I got neutral tints on my hands. No, how dare I? But yeah, when she's home from school, it's hard to do art, especially things like oil painting and acrylic painting, but usually I can kind of sneak in some watercolor, so hopefully I can sneak in some painting time. If not, it's going to be a very long 2.5 weeks. But by the time you get this video, I'll be already part way through that, so at least there's that, right? But if you enjoyed the video and everything, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you would like to see painted with these paints. If you want to see wildlife, animals, if you'd like to see landscapes, something else like still life, something like that. Give me some ideas of what you want to see done with this palette. And shout out if you want to see a certain brand or a certain art supply or something. I know a lot of people really wanted to see Da Vinci. I heard that come up a few times, so I was very happy to oblige and bring Da Vinci into my collection. So if there's a brand you want to see of watercolors that I don't have already, go ahead and shout it out. Always keeping an eye out for a good sale, and if it does and people mention it, might be my next thing I get. But that about wraps things up. Until next time, guys, take care, have a good one, and bye for now.